Oh, let's go through some of the comments we've had. Have you guys ever read the comments?
I have.
I try not to.
Do you read them recently?
Yeah.
Okay. So, on the Dustin Evan Kirkadustin.
That's my least favorite comment of all time. I wanted to slap this comment.
Samuel says, well, I laughed a lot through the episode. He goes, Samuel says, well, I guess you had to been there. So
he means in Dustin Kirk.
I was here.
I was there.
Killer.
You don't think he meant that the show was so funny to just us?
I think he meant I don't get it at all.
Okay.
No, I think it's a good slogan for our tourism industry.
If only I knew who this irritating Samuel was.
Dust Epic
I would
Kirk and
slap
Dustin.
the hell out
You
of
had to be there.
So
hey, that's great.
On the episode,
you have to be here.
On the episode Ninja Turtles and the Proxy Bachelor Party, where we talked about Ninja Turtles
and a Proxy
Bachelor Party and the real Ghostbusters, and you had the box of Donatello or something.
And nobody seemed to care.
Yeah, but nobody was
in the
listening.
box.
We have a comment from Matt saying, this is also the episode where we talk about if the government forced you to have sex with an animal. and this still goes on in my head.
Gonna lower my
I was talking to someone about the other day. No, I was talking about someone about the other day. I was like, they would not go with me. And one of these days, the government's going to come to your door, and you're not going to be prepared. You're not going to know. They're not going to like your attitude.
Why are you talking about sex with animals with everyone you meet? I was just talking about this the other day. No, yeah, I'm sure you were.
If you put Dustin in a room with 1,000 monkeys,
no, now I don't talk about it.
With everyone.
No, now I don't talk about that. I talk about how you guys wouldn't talk about it. And you'll talk about you'll talk about anything else but that.
Which is to say you are very open to this.
Exactly.
Matt says on this episode, I would say I would have to pick a lion to have sex with, which is I don't think anybody said lion on that episode, so that was his choice.
Well, one of us said sheep, and the rest of us said nothing.
So, Myron Jones says, I'm scheduling, my dearest Martha, Myron Jones says, I'm scheduling a trip to Peoria, Illinois, and I was trying to Google what shows to see when I came across your site.
I have not seen this comment.
Oh, poor bastard.
Yes.
I listened. I listened because I was excited about the possibility of an in-depth conversation on TMNT by a panel of experts.
Oh, man.
But shock, all I ended up listening to was endless ignorance about the real Ghostbusters. What gives you people the right to host your own show? I could record myself looking up Wikipedia, and it would make drudge. But I don't. You completely neglected to mention the real Ghostbusters chief writer, J. Michael Straczynski, who later went on to create the speculative fiction classic television series Babylon 5.
What are the odds that this guy would find it and have all this information?
Hell, this guy
I think I'm going to continue listening to your so-called broadcasts and just point out how
called them broadcasts.
Well, they are broadcasts,
and just point out how ignorant you people are. That's what we asked for.
Yes, that's exactly what we want.
You people,
Myron, welcome. Welcome to the fold, buddy. Your family now.
And then another comment on that same episode.
Wow, popular one.
Samuel says...
Oh, fucking Samuel. I have a feeling I'm going to hate this.
J. Michael Straczynski sucks.
I love the discourse Joe's creating.
We have flamers on our phone?
Oh, yeah. And Kurt and Evan should have given the what animal would you have sex with if you had to question more weight. They're willing to discuss...
You gave it plenty. I don't want to have sex with an animal. I cannot be more serious about this.
They're willing to discuss how they'd be a serial killer for 30 minutes. But a little animal sex is crossing the line. Come on, guys.
Absolutely.
You're better than that.
That's because we all know people we would kill, but I don't think any of us know animals we would screw.
Well... It's not about what animal you want to have sex with for fun. It's about, in the future, if the government makes it mandatory to have sex with an animal, what animal do you choose to have sex with? It's a simple question.
All right. Samuel.
Also, although I don't think a sheep is the correct answer to this question.
I love that he has a correct answer.
I will say that at the last Halloween party I went to, it had a girl dressed as a sexier animal. I will say at the last Halloween party I went to had a girl dressed as a sexier animal than the cat. And you know what that was? You're right if you said sheep. Man, was she one sexy sheep.
Wait. I want to go back to our friend Myron here for a second.
I'm much more excited about Myron than Samuel.
All right. I have more from Myron in a
What
minute.
type of person wants to listen to a serious discussion of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Exactly. I really was hoping for something really in-depth about the Turtles.
I mean, could this happen in reality? Yes.
I
here we go.
see either older or younger turtles, but teenage seems unlikely.
What are the social ramifications of teenagers having weapons?
Perhaps tween turtles.
On the episode Slutbucks and Jerky Boys, the episode where we talked about Starbucks' new logo, and we talked about our musical...
Jerky Boys the musical.
Jerky Boys the musical. Myron Jones says...
I love you, Myron.
Just finished this one. Not as bad.
Yes!
However, your disrespect and lack of knowledge of the Jerky Boys was ridiculous.
He's my best friend.
Did you know that there was a tiny little band formed, but I assume he means from, did you know there was a tiny little band from England that named their first album after a Jerky Boys crank call? Just a little band. You probably never heard of them. They're named Radiohead. And that album was Pablo
The
Honey.
Beatles.
That album was Pablo Honey.
Our disrespect to the Jerky Boys.
There's respect for the Jerky Boys somewhere out
Who
there?
respects them? They make crank calls.
Exactly. You know, I really look up to those guys.
They
I can't
didn't
believe you would make light of this.
They didn't split the atom.
A few days
They
later...
didn't create Monkey Fusion. That was by our friend.
Hey, Jerky. You ever put a monkey in a room?
Watch what happens when I collide these monkeys.
A few days later, Myron Jones
MJ
was back on the Ninja Turtles
MJ is back.
episode.
I can't believe he's the most popular part of our show now.
I just left a comment on your Jerky Boys post pointing out how a little band called Radiohead, it's always in all capital too when he types it, a little band called Radiohead named their first album after Jerky Boys call. I can see you've not replied to my post. This form system for your comment requires moderation. If you posted it, well, apparently it took me a while to get it approved.
I see.
If you posted it, I know it's been read, but obviously you have not responded because you cannot think of a response.
We're cowards.
I can absolutely see why you deserve your own internet broadcast.
I love that he cares more about our podcast than we do.
I've canceled my trip to Peoria because of you people.
Nothing is playing there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we aren't in Peoria. We're in Chicago.
Here's my response to Myron, then. Hugs and kisses, man. Well done.
George says...
George, damn. We're rolling
this is in response to Myron's last comment.
Oh, man. I don't want to drive Myron away.
You checked back on a comment you left on a website you randomly found after 4 hours? Then got mad because there wasn't a reply? Myron, my friend, you need to get laid.
Myron, contact us. We will get you laid.
In response, Myron Jones says...
Oh, my God. I haven't been to our pages so long.
On most average days, George, sir, I have a few message boards conversations going. It isn't that unusual. And my sexual activity, or lack thereof, LOL, is none of your business. I can also see that Pippers have not yet responded, so take that, you scruffy-looking nerf herder.
What?
I'm going to have to go with lack thereof.
And you know who that man turned out to be? Radiohead.
One Tom Jones. He did say in there it's not unusual.
If you Pippers are looking for a topic for next week's broadcast,
please.
Tonight's Battlestar Galactica mid-season finale jumped the shark. I bet you gentlemen don't watch this excellent show, so I expect you to talk like experts about it on your next broadcast.
Sweet!
LOL.
He's right on both points.
He hit the nail right on the head.
He really is. I mean, Dustin and I talked last week about wanting to watch Battlestar Galactica. No joke at all. I mean,
but it takes place in space.
Exactly.
I really enjoyed that he has caught on fairly quickly that we do enjoy talking about
the
things
theme.
we know nothing about.
Yes, he really got the theme. I can't believe it.
These are the only things we talk about. Yeah. So those were
Myron.
Those were some of our comments.
Oh,
so,
Myron.
I want him to guest
We need some way that he needs to come in here and get on the show.
I owe him a thank you card.